My name is Judy Plummer-Fick, and I'm your host for this show. The issue of the show is about the Christian missionary activity toward the Jewish people, and especially toward the Jewish death. We have here two guests, Rabbi Bentzion Kravitz, who is the director of Jews For Judaism, and Sharon Rohr, who is the Jewish death activist. Welcome to the show, Rabbi Kravitz and Sharon.
Thank you.
Rabbi, could you please describe your program, Jews For Judaism? What does that mean?
Jews For Judaism is an organization that was created to help all Jewish people. We try to help them by educating them about Judaism and by particularly helping them if they ever have any problems with Christian missionaries or cults that are trying to convert them away from Judaism.
Sharon, could you please describe your role as a Jewish death activist?
As an activist, I'm very active in the Jewish death community, and I've been active in many organizations that serve the Jewish community.
Rabbi Kravitz, why are the missionaries so successful pulling away Jewish deaf people from Judaism and into Christianity?
The missionaries are so successful for a number of reasons. First of all, they put so much time and effort and energy and money into trying to convert Jews. And the minute you start putting that much time and effort, you're going to be successful. They spend literally tens of millions of dollars each year to convert Jews. And you might even say that they have an obsession at converting Jews. And this can be seen from a Jews For Jesus newspaper where the front cover talks about a conference that missionaries had where they drafted a paper that said they should go out and convert Jews first and foremost. And I'd like to show you a copy of that newspaper. Another reason why the missionaries are so successful is because in their targeting of the Jews, they have special arguments that they use to try to convert Jews. And all of this adds up to a tremendous threat to all Jewish people, not only the hearing Jews, but also Jews who are deaf.
Sharon, why are you concerned about the Christian missionary activity?
I'm very concerned because over the last year or so, I've seen an increase in the missionary activity to convert Jewish people. For example, Jews For Judaism, who is an organization that is trying to convert Jewish people to Christianity. And they have a full-time staff that have a missionary and we use Jewish people. And we're able to job, and now that in college, 1985, I saw many missionary activities. Like, for example, at my own school, they performed every day and ended with a Christian message that bothered me at night. And many of my friends are converted to Christianity. Something might be done to stop these from happening.
What can be done about this?
Well, the most important thing that has to be done is we have to, first of all, make people aware that there is a threat. We have to also educate people. Now, education has to come in more than one way. First of all, people have to start becoming educated about Judaism and what Judaism is all about. The second thing that people have to become educated about is what are Christian missionaries going to say to them? What arguments are they going to present, and what kind of responses should we have? And let me give you a few examples. The first thing that a missionary will try to convince a Jew about is the fact that once they convert to Christianity, they will remain Jewish. And they'll do this in a number of ways. They'll do this by, instead of calling them a Christian, they'll call them a Hebrew Christian or a Messianic Jew or a Jew for Jesus. And all of that is to cover up the idea that they've become Christian and make them still feel Jewish. They also do it by advertising and using publications that look Jewish in appearance but are in fact literature produced by Christian missionary groups. And I'd like to show you one magazine that when you first look at it, it'll appear Jewish, but in fact it is a magazine put out by Christian missionaries to convert Jews. And this is the magazine. Now, as you can see, that magazine looks very Jewish, but in fact it is used to convert Jews. If you can convince a Jew that he's still Jewish, that's the first step in getting them to convert, because most Jews don't want to give up that Jewishness. But theologically, the idea of being a Jew and a Christian at the same time is an impossibility. It's kind of like having kosher pork. The two are complete opposites. And it takes a little bit of knowledge of Judaism, what we believe in, to realize that the fundamental beliefs of Christianity are so opposite to what Judaism believes in that you can't be both. Now, the second point of what Christian missionaries will try to do is that they're going to try to convince you that our Jewish Bible talks about Jesus and actually substantiates all of the claims that they make about Jesus and your Jewishness remaining after you convert. But the only reason these passages appear to be talking about Jesus is because they have been, first of all, usually misquoted, taken out of context, or certain words have been mistranslated. And unless you have a knowledge of Judaism and a knowledge of the Hebrew, it's going to be very hard for you to decide whether or not they're telling you the truth or they're making something up. And that's why the most important rule in combating the efforts of missionaries is to take the time to examine all the facts and check it out with someone that has knowledge of Judaism. The last point that I can tell you is that missionaries will try to convert you by using very subtle scare tactics. Sometimes they'll talk about how sinful you are, how you need to be saved from punishment, how you need to be saved from going to hell. And then they'll tell you that Judaism has no answers or solutions to these problems, and that the only answer is by believing in Jesus. Well, the fact is, when you learn a little bit about Judaism, you find out that those things are not true. That in fact everybody, Jew and non-Jew alike, don't have to go through an intermediary to reach God. We can all turn to God directly and be forgiven for anything we've done wrong automatically by asking Him to forgive us and by praying to Him. And that's a very important point, because many people feel alone, they feel that they need friendships, and this is what the missionaries tend to offer. And you have to know that within Judaism, not only we have answers to the questions that missionaries pose, but there are people that care about you, that want to help you, and that's why we're here, to offer our help, to offer our knowledge to you so that you can be able to find some answers to questions that may be bothering you.
Sharon, are there any organizations that serve the Jewish deaf?
Yes, there are. Again, we want to say that writing Magna Carta and Jewish stuff that serves everywhere in the United States, Copperbelt Island, and Southern California, and Jews For Judaism has process.
Well, it's really great to hear that something's being done to reach out to Jewish deaf before it's too late. Thank you for your thought and your experience shared with us. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
If you want more information about the Jewish Deaf Organization, here are the name, the address, and phone number of the organization. Thank you for watching the program. Bye-bye.
Bye.